Hello, it is I. Now when Forza Horizon 4 came out, we had a lot of complaints about the game. One of these complaints was the overall vibe and atmosphere in the game, because it didn't exactly feel very alive. So I decided to make a video on how to improve the atmosphere in the next Forza Horizon game. But guess what? Yeah, Horizon Mexico isn't much of an improvement, which is why I'm here with this video as there are 8 things in Forza Horizon 5 which really kill the atmosphere. Anyways, 4,000 likes is the target as per usual. Remember, the more likes, the more exposure, and the more likely that the developers would watch this video and actually fix these issues. Anyways, without further ado, let's get to this video. Now, Forza Horizon games are all about cars and music, as their games are of course set around music festivals. As whenever you enter the auto show, you can always hear the music, everybody's having a good time, and it just seems like really good vibes. But in Forza Horizon 5, it's a bit of a different story. Because when you enter the festival, you can of course hear the music, it's very loud, everybody's having a good time, and it does seem like really good vibes. And you know, you really want to be a part of this, but as soon as you enter the auto show, watch what happens. Yep, it just goes silent. Then as soon as you go outside again, you can hear the music, it's all back to normal, but I want to hear the music in the festival. Also, another problem with the auto show is that it feels like you're always alone whenever you visit the auto show. But in the old Forza games like Horizon 2, you had Ashley there to greet you, and that's a really nice addition. And of course in Forza Horizon 3, we had Warren who talks to you about the cars, and it was a really nice addition having someone there to talk to you. So yeah man, I really hope that in future Forza Horizon games there's somebody there to talk to you, and you can hear the music in the auto show, because at the moment the auto show just feels really alienating. Now, Forza Horizon 5's map is supposedly meant to be 1.5 times bigger than Forza Horizon 4's map. And though a big map does sound good and would, in theory, be really good for like a video game like Forza Horizon, the developers have unfortunately not done much with the map in this game. I mean, don't get me wrong, places like Grand Hato and the main festival area are very dense, but outside of that, everything is it just looks like this. I mean, you'd occasionally come by houses and like random rocks, but other than that, it's just empty. I mean, you can literally drive in a straight line across this whole map and you will not hit anything. Okay, now sure, some people may look at this and be like, oh, that's amazing, there's so much freedom, and yeah, it is a lot of freedom. I mean, obviously you can't do this in the old Forza games, but this does get really boring as well. Okay, now you might be expecting more dense areas in the map like Grand Hato to be a little bit more exciting, and no, it's not exciting. Honestly, driving through Grand Hato is like driving through a ghost town, which brings me very nicely to my next point. Now, the most alive Forza Horizon game ever made, in my opinion and factually, is Forza Horizon 3. And the place with the most atmosphere in Forza Horizon 3, of course, has to be Surface Paradise, a modern city. Okay, now I know I keep banging on about modern cities in Forza Horizon games, but they are essential. Every Forza Horizon game needs to have a modern city, as not only does it make the game feel current, but it adds a lot of atmosphere, and it's a great setting for street racing as well. I mean, could you really imagine street racing through the streets of Rome or some really old city? No! Street racing is made for modern cities, that's why Need for Speed games are always set in modern cities. Hence, modern cities are essential for Forza Horizon games. I mean, in Forza Horizon 3, I love to drive to Surface Paradise to experience a vibrant city atmosphere, see all the people outside, all the people at the beach, and you know, it was such good vibes. But in Forza Horizon 5, nothing makes me want to go to the city, as it's way too old-fashioned, the atmosphere is terrible, and there is literally nobody outside. Speaking of the devil. Okay, now I know I keep banging on about Pedestrians as much as I do about modern cities, but it's so important because Pedestrians adds so much atmosphere to video games as it provides a sense of life, if you get what I mean. I mean, let's use GTA 5 as an example, a game with incredible atmosphere. As you may know, in GTA there are a lot of pedestrians, but imagine in the click of a finger, they all just vanish. Just imagine how big of a downgrade the atmosphere will be as soon as you get rid of the pedestrians. Well, there's no need to imagine because it's already happened in Forza Horizon 5. Because in old Forza Horizon games like Forza Horizon 3, we used to see pedestrians walking, talking to their friends, like holding hands as a couple, sunbathing on the beach. There was so much life and atmosphere, it was incredible. But in Forza Horizon 5, the only people you see are at festivals or standing awkwardly at their balconies like here. So yeah, but I really hope to see more adventurous pedestrians in Forza Horizon 6, just like we saw in Forza Horizon 3, because Playground Games, you absolutely nailed the pedestrians in Forza Horizon 3, they were absolutely incredible. Okay, now this is not just a problem with Forza Horizon 5, it's a problem with every single Forza Horizon game, and it's the fact that the traffic cars are just really weird. I mean, they just randomly spawn in, they don't know how to drive, they're very sparsely populated, they're rare to come by, they just kind of feel like bots. I mean, they are bots, but they don't feel like they have character, that's what I'm trying to say. I know they're meant to be AI, but they feel way too artificial and they have no intelligence. I mean, take this bus for example, look how blacked out the windows are, it just feels like, it doesn't feel like a normal car. Okay, now let's go to a little bit more normal traffic car like this F-150. The glass isn't exactly blacked out, but you can see the silhouette of the driver and they have no face. Anyways, this gives the traffic cars no real identity or character. Honestly, the devs could have given these cars so much more character by making them beat their horns, maybe give the drivers some proper faces. Honestly, just doing those two things alone could give the AI drivers so much more character. Because at the moment, the AI traffic vehicles just feel way too artificial. Now in Forza Horizon 3 we saw a train, a tram and a monorail and it was incredible. Anyways, then in Forza Horizon 4 we got a train and a tram, which was alright. But then in Forza Horizon 3, yeah, we of course saw this train over here, yeah? And we also got, yeah, we just got a train. Also, unlike Forza Horizon 3 and Forza Horizon 4 where the trains visited really large areas of the map, in Forza Horizon 5 the path of the train is very short. Honestly, the train journey is probably like 5 minutes maximum. Whereas in Forza Horizon 4 and Forza Horizon 3, the journey was way long. Oh my god, I can't drive. So yeah, man, not only did they downsize the amount of ambient transport available in the game, but they also shortened the train tracks, which is really sad to see. And what's really annoying is if we got Mexico City instead of Guanajuato, we could have seen trams, cable cars, monorails, so much more public transport. But instead we got Guanajuato, which doesn't even have a tram. Honestly, Guanajuato really annoys me. Now in Forza Horizon 5 you meet all the characters at the start of the game and it's a really nice introduction. But afterwards you never see them ever again, which is very depressing. And the only form of communication you get from them afterwards is radio messages, and that does not do it for me. Because going from seeing them in cutscenes to just talking to them over a radio, it just really sort of like disconnects you from them. Honestly, I forget that so many characters in the game are actually in the game, if you get what I mean. Whereas if we had proper cutscenes like frequently, then I would remember way more characters in the game. Because having more cutscenes and character interactions can like really help to build up your relationship with a character, even if it's just through the cutscene. And honestly, just having more interactions during cutscenes can make you feel less secluded whilst playing Forza Horizon 5. Because when 90% of the interactions are radio messages, it just makes it feel really disconnected from all of the characters in the game. I've spoken about this already, but I have to say it again, the map in this game just feels so old-fashioned. A little bit too old-fashioned. You know what? This map genuinely feels abandoned. It doesn't look like anybody's lived here for the past few decades, it's crazy. And also have a look at the airfield, there's grass growing out of the runway itself, there are abandoned planes with moss growing on it, and honestly everything just looks so abandoned in Forza Horizon 5. And I blame the lack of gentrification because nothing feels renovated in this game. Okay, now I know they did this for the Mexican culture, but they really do need to renovate lots of things in the map as well. I mean, the only forms of like modern civilization in this map is the massive bridge and the hotel resort place on the west side of the map. But other than that, everything just feels way too old-fashioned. Anyways, going from this boring map to Horizon Australia, you can see a massive difference. There are super modern skyscrapers, so much public transport, pedestrians, there's so much more life and atmosphere in Horizon 3. So yeah man, I really hope that Forza Horizon 6 features a very current feeling modern map, because it's absolutely mind-blowing what modernizing a map could do to a game's atmosphere. Well, hello there my friend, did you enjoy this video? If so, then you might want to watch this video up here, so make sure to give that a watch right now. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, then press this button right here, thank you very much. Anyways, have a good one guys, cheers.